Alright, so here's my very simple seafood noodle today. If you like my... Oh.
Cooking Appa.
Hi, this is Cooking Appa. Appa today is going to fry some seafood noodle. Yeah, seafood noodle. What's the noodle I'm using today? Here, I'm actually using the... this is the fried mee sua. I actually blanch it in boiling water, which I will show you shortly how to do this very easily. Oh, and you can use any noodle you like, no problem. Alright, today I prefer a softer version of my noodles, and I'm using fried mee sua today. So I'm actually going to blanch it just in order to make it soft. That's it. In the boiling water, I actually added some salt and also oil. The mee sua I'm using here is not salty, so I don't mind adding the salt, yeah, to give it a bit of a base flavor. So once it is softened, it won't take a long time, something like this, and I can actually remove it from the boiling water here. Just about 10-15 seconds. Alright, then you can actually set it aside and on a serving plate. So what kind of seafood am I going to use? I have some beautiful big prawns and some very beautiful siakap fish. I'm going to marinate it shortly. Not forgetting, don't throw away the prawn shell. I'm going to use the prawn shell to make prawn broth later. And of course, you can put in any veggie you like. And we need few pieces of ginger and also some chopped garlic. So let's quickly marinate our prawn and also fish. You can put in some sotong also, okay? I'm going to give it a bit of salt. And a little bit of the egg white. Right. A bit of cornstarch. Mix it up. Nice and slippery. And you can set it aside while we go and prepare our prawn broth. First of all, let's heat out some oil. Once the oil is heated out, you can actually put in some ginger. We're going to make prawn broth right now, so the ginger is a must to help to remove the fishiness of the prawn head later. So once the ginger has flavored the oil, we can actually put in the prawn shell, and be careful, it can splatter. And you want to saute this for a couple of minutes to really make sure all the prawn heads is fully cooked. And not only fully cooked, you want to char it a little bit, give it a bit of charness. That's where the flavor really will come out. For those, you know, those making prawn noodles, sometimes they will actually blend. They will even blend the prawn shell. Wow, super fragrant. Oh, this prawn is very fresh. So continue sauteing this for at least 3-4 minutes before we continue. We'll come back shortly. I really wish you can smell this. This is after about 3-4 minutes sauteing. Super fragrant. And you can start seeing the oil has turned orangey, yeah? And you can definitely see the prawn shell has already become charred. Now we can actually make use of the broth we used to soak our meat just now. Look at the beautiful orangey color. Whew. Just a couple of minutes, you get a beautiful prawn broth. Of course, to give it more flavor, I'm going to add in some cooking apple chicken stock powder, optional. But if you have some pork broth, put it in, because all the broth that you are having outside is actually always a combination. So this will be a combination between chicken stock from my cooking apple chicken stock powder and also the prawn broth. Let's bring it to a boil and let it boil for like, I would say 2-3 minutes. Then our base broth is ready. Alright, this is after about 2-3 minutes. Look at the beautiful color. Whoa. Our prawn shell has done the job. So I'm going to remove the prawn shell from the broth. And our broth for the noodle is ready. Right, our golden broth, which I'm going to set it aside right now. You don't have to season it. Actually, it's already somehow seasoned indirectly because I'm using the broth I used to cook the noodle just now. Right, give it a bit of oil. Put in the ginger, garlic, and saute it a bit before we continue. Once you start some of the garlic becoming browny, we can put in the veggie. I'm using choy sum. Use anything that you have in your fridge. Yeah? There's no rules in Appa Kitchen. Next thing, I'm going to add in our prawn broth. Follow with the prawn. I'll add in the fish a bit later because prawn will take about 3 minutes, fish about 1 minute. Meanwhile, we can give it some seasoning, some salt, followed by some sugar, a little bit of light soy sauce, a bit of my Vietnam premium fish sauce. Now I'm going to put in the fish. Can tune down the fire a bit. You can prepare some starch solution right now. As you all probably know, Appa is not really a starch person, so I won't put in too much. But if you're eating this dish outside, I'm not sure if any of them are selling, but if you are eating this kind of dish, basically it will be quite heavily starched. After you put in the fish, try not to let it boil, yeah? Just let it simmer. Then you can maintain the tenderness of your fish. Look at how beautiful is this. Alright, this is almost done. I took some of the soup, the broth, to put in some, mix it with some starch, so it become a starch solution, but using the broth. It should be a lot more thicker, but I purposely make it not so thick. Yeah, huh? So this is personal preference. Next thing, we got an egg just now, remember? Right. Our broth is basically done. Few dashes of white pepper to top up. Banja the broth. Sorry, banja the noodle with the broth. Oh, like I said, it should be more starchy, but yeah, Appa is not a starch person. Usually when I make any starch, usually it's not starchy enough one, because I don't like anything too starchy. So it is a bit like Watan Ho style, but now we only have a lot of mixture of seafood. Right, actually what is missing here is sotong. Ooh, sotong will make it even better. Prawn, fish and sotong. Put these three together. Alright, look at how beautiful it is. Alright, so here's my very simple seafood noodle today. If you like my... Oh, I'll give you a bit more white pepper. Alright, if you like my video, do share my video on your Facebook to your friends. Come to Cooking Appa Facebook page to click like and follow button. Follow Appa on the Instagram and subscribe to Cooking Appa YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.